There were 3 scratches on the fine lines of the blood-stained white wings. Luo Feng was baffled. Any one of those blade rays that spread all over space during the endless blade storm was even more frightening than the attack of any universe supreme master. This pair of white wings was undoubtedly a supreme true treasure. Based on common knowledge, supreme true treasures could not be damaged. Even within the 3 most dangerous lands, the same theory applied. Damaged? How can it be damaged? Luo Feng was confused. Scratches? How did that happen? Which dreadfully scary fellow could have scratched it? Or was it caused by a certain uniquely dangerous environment within the core domain of the 3 most dangerous lands? Various thoughts flooded Luo Feng's mind instantly. Something that could scratch these supreme true treasure wings and even stain them with blood. There must have been a story behind this. Although he was shocked and confused, Luo Feng managed to stay level-headed. Since setting foot in Universe Ocean, he had grown to understand the area better through the information he acquired and had gained an understanding about certain matters. The Universe Ocean was simply too mysterious. The great beings of any reincarnation era could only live up to a maximum of 3 reincarnation eras apart from the 2 holy grounds. Up to that very day, no one was able to explore beyond the boundaries of Universe Ocean. A large quantity of miniature universes, including the countless ones that had been destroyed, were all limited in size. Except for the 2 Holy Grounds universes, they were extremely big. A miniature universe was the creation of a universe supreme master. As for the 2 existences that left behind the 2 Holy Grounds miniature universes, what level would their powers have reached? Until now, there was no relevant information. To be able to scratch this pair of supreme true treasure wings, I guess only the 2 existences who created the 2 Holy Grounds universes could achieve that, Luo Feng hypothesized. But there is no information about them at all. Of course, he was only speculating. The Universe Ocean was full of secrets. Even he was in a state of bewilderment. He looked at the pair of white wings from afar, those dazzling wings. Something must have happened to them, but I cannot be bothered. What I need to do now is to get a hold of this supreme true treasure. Luo Feng knelt on one knee and placed both palms on the floor to endure the crazy waves of oppressive willpower. That self-contented and insane willpower was roaring. Get lost! You bastard, get lost, or I will kill you! Kill you! Advance! Luo Feng gritted his teeth as he manipulated Star Tower. The oppressive willpower was frightening. The intensity was only second to the time when Star Tower had gone through a life-and-death ordeal. Back then, the pain during the fusion with Tower Pearl had been excruciating. The pain now was quite tormenting, but it was nothing compared to the previous one. 45 kilometers, 40 kilometers. This oppressive willpower spread in all directions, and the closer it got to the white wings, the more intense the oppression was. This intensity did not increase by mere degrees. Instead, it was a surge in level. 36 kilometers, 34 kilometers, 32 kilometers, 30 kilometers, 28 kilometers. Ah! Luo Feng trembled all over. His eyes were bloodshot, and blood was pulsating through his veins. The surrounding space around him trembled as his muscles, viscera, and bones howled as though his life depended on it. Even Luo Feng found it so unbearable that he had to let out a small cry. Pain! It was horrendous agony. I can tolerate it! This is not the limit yet, Luo Feng said, telling himself to bear with the pain. He was closing on the distance. 22 kilometers, 20 kilometers, 18 kilometers. Luo Feng was starting to get attacks of syncope, intermittently blacking out. The oppressive willpower was making him fall into a deep slumber, yet it also seemed to be easing up on him while continuing to roar. Bastard! Loathsome bastard, you think you can get close to me? Ha ha, far from it! Bastard, quickly take your leave, and I shall spare your life. Stop! Luo Feng gritted his teeth but still was unable to stop them from chattering. At 16 kilometers away, he finally stopped. This was only a hair's breadth away from the true limit between life and death, but it was already dangerously near. Luo Feng dared not intrude further. The white wings were still unleashing endless blades, which gave form to those dazzling, gigantic light wings. At 16 kilometers away from the white wings, Star Tower stopped. In the main control room, Luo Feng was seated cross-legged with his eyes closed, silently fighting the impact by the oppressive willpower. Thereafter, he eased into gradual adaptation to the impact. The oppression was gradually reduced. After half a year, Luo Feng opened his eyes. Under such suppression, my own willpower was able to undergo a honing process, allowing me to steel myself. This was my gain after all. Luo Feng smiled. Then, he looked out at the white wings. I must lay hands on this pair of wings, Luo Feng said with an intention in mind. Right away, a trace of godly power flew out of Star Tower. As the white wings released blade rays on a two-dimensional plane level to its light wings, there were no blade rays at the front or back of it for a full 10,000 kilometers. Gigantic, dazzling light wings that spread out to give rise to a blade storm might have swept through space. Yet 10,000 kilometers from the closest two sides of these white wings, there was not a single trace of a blade ray to be found. Godly power, get closer! Luo Feng manipulated his thread of godly power and directed it toward the white wings. Get lost! The oppressive willpower charged at his godly power right away. Pun! Godly power dispersed. Every trace of godly power had its own life imprints and willpower, and thus, naturally would be easily annihilated. Seems like this is not going to work. Star Tower, grow longer! Luo Feng manipulated from within. Longer! 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 Star Tower grew longer rapidly, and its tower peak got nearer to the white wings. However, the godly power from within Star Tower was still under the impact of that oppressive willpower, so even though the tower was growing bigger, the godly power it could exert was partial where the topmost region of the tower peak remaining void of godly power. Hook onto it! Star Tower was a 9-story tower, so naturally, its edges would be able to hook onto the wings. As Star Tower grew increasingly larger, gradually closing the distance to the white wings. Finally, the tower reached the white wings. The edge of the tower was a full 100 kilometers, and the white wings were only 100 meters, so, theoretically speaking, holding onto the white wings should be easy. Pun! The moment Star Tower's peak touched the white wings, the feeling evoked felt as though an ant had rammed against a mighty mountain. The wings did not even budge. I'm ramming into them, yet they did not move at all. Luo Feng could not believe his eyes. First, he maneuvered Star Tower into moving back slightly, then he charged forward suddenly while accelerating. Bang! Hong! Star Tower's peak rammed into the white wings ruthlessly. Yet the white wings continued to unleash endless blade rays that converged to form dazzling light wings. Star Tower's attempt to crash into the white wings proved futile. Damn! This! Luo Feng's eyes widened. Back when Star Tower was involved in battles in the outer domain, it was a treasure without a master, so it could not move about on its own. But due to its massive size, other great beings were unable to move it either. This pair of white wings before me is small, said Luo Feng. The wings are only 100 meters in size, yet my Star Tower, after reaching a massive size of a few thousand kilometers, is unable to cause it to budge at all? Pun! 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 Star Tower was like a mallet banging the ancient, massive bell, ramming into the sides of the white wings from a horizontal angle repeatedly. It even retreated to accelerate to a dozen times the speed of light to continue ramming into the white wings. It really is not moving at all. Luo Feng was a little stunned. What should I do? If my godly power wanted to get closer but is unable to, then there is no way I can get hold of those white wings. Luo Feng was getting frustrated. It was a piece of supreme true treasure that was only 16 kilometers away in midair, but it was unleashing endless power, demonstrating its capability. Luo Feng was at his wit's end. Time passed with Luo Feng thinking of new ways to try every day, yet every trial resulted in failure. However, Luo Feng was reluctant to give up. After all, this was a supreme true treasure. Luo Feng could now empathize with the helplessness the 4 pinnacle races felt when they had all fought hard for Star Tower, but none had been able to get the tower to recognize a master. With a twinkling of an eye, 9 days passed. Bastard, get lost! There is no way you can lay hands on the wings. Get lost! Don't court your doom. The oppressive willpower had never stopped for a breather, but Luo Feng had grown accustomed to the impact of this oppressive willpower. Suddenly, an intangible wave transmitted by the white wings in a split second reached deep within Star Tower and into Luo Feng's mind. Human, an ancient voice said. Sitting cross-legged, Luo Feng's eyes lit up. He clearly felt a willpower that was different from the first one. Who are you? I am the spirit of the wing's true treasure, the ancient voice said. Luo Feng was a little taken aback but not completely shocked. It was just like how his supreme true treasure, Star Tower, had a spirit of its own, albeit with a low intelligence level. It was like a child easily coaxed. This pair of wings seemed to be much more mature. I did not expect this, the ancient voice said. That I would actually have a component in the outside world. You did not expect to? Luo Feng was shocked. I once joined my master in a major battle where he was annihilated, the ancient voice explained. His wings were damaged, and the original spirit of the wings was also destroyed. I am a newly born spirit, so I can only recall snippets of the battle. I vaguely recall one blow from our enemy, but the rest is entirely forgotten. Since birth I have been here. I thought I was a sole existence, but it seems like there are another 2 pairs of wings. Judging from their powers, though, I must be the core, while the other 2 pairs constitute parts of me. Luo Feng was secretly awestruck. A major battle? Damaged wings with the original spirit destroyed? How did you know that your master had been annihilated? Luo Feng could not help asking. I am an object without a master, so naturally my master must have been annihilated, the spirit of the wings said. Human, I have been trapped here for countless ages. I want to leave, but I am unable to. I need your help. Help? Luo Feng asked persistently. How can I help you? There are 4 bloodstains on my wings. The spirit of the wings began. Within each bloodstain, there is a terrifying power and willpower. For time beyond measure, I have been suppressing it, wanting to destroy it. In all that time, I only managed to expel 1. There are 3 remaining. Only if I can suppress and expel them all can my full potential be unleashed. Do you see the injury on my wings? Yes, Luo Feng replied. I'm injured. Expelling the 3 bloodstains is difficult. I need some precious true treasures. I will have to swallow these true treasures to facilitate my self-restoration. Now I need your help. If you can provide me with enough true treasures to help my self-restoration, I am willing to recognize you as my master. But do bear in mind that I have very stringent requirements when it comes to recognizing a master. 1. You must have the perfect life genes. 2. Your willpower must be strong enough. If you are an undying fighter, your willpower must be comparable to a universe knight. If you are a universe knight, your willpower must be comparable to a universe master. If you are a universe master, your willpower must be comparable to a universe supreme master. What a pity. I see that your willpower is only on the level of a universe master. You still need to improve and increase further. Listening to the voice of this spirit of the wings, Luo Feng was extremely calm. But suddenly his heart gave a sudden throb. Something is not right. A sudden realization dawned upon Luo Feng. It is lying to me. The universe perceived that it was not dangerous to make true treasures recognize someone as their master. Luo Feng had a different experience as he tried to make Star Tower recognize him as its master. He knew exactly how dangerous it was. If he got killed and some great being tried to make Star Tower recognize him as its master, Tower Pearl was strong enough to kill that great being. When the spirit of the winged true treasure conveyed a message to Luo Feng's mind, he was extremely careful, as he didn't want to lose his life trying to make a supreme true treasure recognize it as its master. Which was why he kept pondering what the spirit said. The conditions for recognizing someone as a master? Perfect gene level and powerful willpower? He fit them both. He had a perfect gene level, and he had the willpower of a universe master as a universe knight. I'll see what sort of games you're playing, Luo Feng thought. The feeble ripples permeated and penetrated Luo Feng's mind. They kept talking to each other. The 2 conditions you just mentioned? Luo Feng was overjoyed as he said. I fit them both. My life gene level is perfect, and I'm a universe knight. You fit them both. You're a universe knight? Aren't you a universe master? I am a universe knight, said Luo Feng. Don't lie, said the spirit. You want to be able to make me recognize you as a master if you don't fit the conditions. 1. The wing on Luo Feng's back kept shaking. Actually, the Shi-Wu wings had been shaking intensely in the cave outside. It had been several months since Luo Feng had arrived at the mysterious space, and the Shi-Wu wings kept shaking. The closer it got, the more intense it shook. Luo Feng was only able to make sure that his Shi-Wu wings didn't fly out. I'm not lying. I am a universe knight and have perfect life gene level, said Luo Feng. I've fulfilled both the criteria, but I can't make you recognize me as your owner. My godly power can't even be near you. You mean the mind that hit you? The spirit said. The mind came from those 3 bloodstains, and it's suppressed by me. I'm trying to get it off me, so it's been struggling. It doesn't want any other life forms to approach me. Once I recognize someone else as my owner, I'll recover more quickly if I have an owner to help me, which is why it tried everything to stop you. I see, said Luo Feng. If you want me to recognize you as my master, it's pretty simple. Though you can't get close to me, I can fly a part of my core out. As long as you grab that component and make it recognize you as its master, I will, too. Luo Feng was thrilled. That's right. I can't get close, but if a part of your core leaves your body, I can surely grab it. But why should I trust you, human? Said the spirit. What? Luo Feng was dazed. I am broken, and I need to be repaired with some true treasure material, and I wish for my master to help me, said the spirit. I've told you that I'll recognize someone who can help me repair myself. I need you to show your sincerity and give me some material of a true treasure to help me recover. The precious material of a true treasure? At least enough material to make a pinnacle true treasure, said the spirit. You expect me to have that sort of material? Said Luo Feng. Or a pinnacle true treasure, said the spirit. I know you have lots of pinnacle true treasures on you, like the blade you're carrying. Luo Feng looked hesitant. I need to repair myself, the spirit said, sounding a bit irritated. You won't need that blade anymore when you have me. I'll be much stronger. It's time to show your sincerity. Give me the material. I'll absorb some, and I'll give you the core. You can lose one pinnacle true treasure now. The more you invest in me, the more you'll value me in the future, said the spirit. I need to make sure you're determined to repair me. Otherwise, I won't be able to change anything once I recognize you as my master. If you can't even do this, I won't be able to trust you. Then I'll wait until the next great being come. Am I the first one here? Asked Luo Feng. No, two came before, said the spirit. A universe master came not long before. He was flying a top-tier palace true treasure, but I killed him instantly. There was another one a long time ago, right after I was born. He came here in a pinnacle palace true treasure, and he talked with me for a long time. He told me a lot about the outer world. He let me know about universe masters and universe knights. He is the first life form I saw. I wasn't intelligent back then, and I was willing to recognize him as my master. Unfortunately, he didn't have a powerful mind. He often came here to sharpen it quickly and help me look for the material. However, I lost track of him after some time. He hasn't been here for an eternity. He may have died. The spirit sighed. Luo Feng listened carefully. That superior mind kept hitting Luo Feng. It's the wing. The wing. It's terrifying. It'll kill you if you don't go. It kept roaring. It'll kill you. It'll kill you. Luo Feng stayed calm. Give me the material of a pinnacle true treasure, or a pinnacle true treasure, said the spirit. I don't think you'll care about one pinnacle true treasure, given your power. Are you not willing to trade one pinnacle true treasure? The mind from the bloodstains scared you? It fears that I'll eliminate it, which is why it keeps telling you to leave. I'm not going to urge you anymore. Make your own decision. The spirit went quiet. Luo Feng started to contact the spirit of his star tower. Star Tower, that pair of white wings just told me the conditions for me to become its master. Luo Feng told the spirit of Star Tower everything. Star Tower wasn't intelligent enough, but its operational speed might be quicker than that of a universe supreme master. Is it a trap? Asked Luo Feng. A mental wave emanated from the spirit of Star Tower. Master, lots of sector lords, undying fighters, and even universe supreme masters have ventured inside me. I've gathered lots of information. However, I don't know much about other supreme true treasures. I can't find anything deceiving about what the spirit of the wings just said. Okay. Luo Feng nodded. Silence. Star Tower shrank to 100 meters and floated beside the white wings. It was natural for Luo Feng to be hesitant. After all, everyone knew that it was difficult to make a supreme true treasure recognize someone as its master. When a great being wasn't sure, he wouldn't just give away a pinnacle true treasure. Was he willing to take such a gamble? Normally, great beings would be willing to risk it. After all, only those great beings with at least a pinnacle palace true treasure could make it to the spirit of the wing. Hence, for those great beings, they would be willing to trade a pinnacle true treasure for a supreme true treasure. After all, there was only one chance, which was why the spirit of the wing wasn't rushing anything. I'm not going to rush anything either, thought Luo Feng. I'll spend the time sharpening my willpower. It set me up, and it won't be able to wait for too long. I'll see what it's going to play next. It won't be able to do anything to me as long as I stay in Star Tower. Luo Feng was pretty sure that the spirit of the wing was lying to him. It thinks it's smart, but it doesn't realize that its story is flawed, Luo Feng thought. I'll wait and see. Luo Feng started to wait. Time flew by, and Luo Feng got closer and closer to the white wing. That willpower kept hitting him, but it was a fantastic chance for Luo Feng to sharpen his own willpower. He kept moving forward while challenging the limit of his willpower. After 6 years, Star Tower was only 15 kilometers away from the White Wings. The Shiwu wings on Luo Feng trembled more intensely. Ah! A ripple came from Shiwu wing. Luo Feng was startled. The terrifying mind hit him, forcing him to drive Star Tower back to 20 kilometers away from the White Wing. Only at that point was he able to resist that pressure and stabilize himself. That ripple? Luo Feng was startled. Aye. A feeble ripple came from Shiwu wing. Shiwu wings! Shiwu wings! Luo Feng was shocked. Those ripples were coming from his Shiwu wings? A spirit had been born in Shiwu wing? A top-tier true treasure? No, it must have been a component of a supreme true treasure. That pair of white wings was also a component, but it was much stronger. A spirit had been born in those white wings, but that didn't mean his Shiwu wings couldn't have a spirit. However, why had the spirit only shown up now? He'd been waiting for the next step from those white wings, but a spirit had been born in his Shiwu wings. Aye. The ripples were feeble. At first, they couldn't even convey a message. After 6 days, it managed to send the first message. I master. Like a baby, the spirit of Shiwu wing was weak. However, Luo Feng remained patient. Time went by, and the spirit grew more mature. After almost a year, it was finally able to converse with Luo Feng. A mental ripple was sent. Master, I want to get out. Out? Asked Luo Feng. To where? I want to eat the light outside, said the weak ripple. Light the light of the origin. That's the origin. What's the origin? Asked Luo Feng. The origin is there, said the feeble ripple. Broken memories. There are 6 pairs of wings in my memories. The origin is there. I need the light from the origin. Luo Feng was completely bewildered. These wings, as the spirit of Shiwu wings was newly born and was not very clear in expressing itself. Luo Feng was naturally extremely patient with it, spending almost half a day's time before he finally gained some understanding. Although this spirit had just been born, it did have some snippets of memories. It did not remember scenes of battle and fighting, rather, it remembered the looks of its previous owners. Its previous owner, based on what the spirit of Shiwu wings said, was a giant with 2 horns and a towering godly body that had 6 pairs of wings. Shiwu wings made up 2 out of those 6 pairs of wings. And the spirit of Shiwu wings was absolutely certain that its 6 pairs of wings were comparable to one another. Every pair was equally important. Within the structure of the entire true treasure, every pair had its own unique function. A missing pair would deprive the true treasure of true perfection. Then why is it so powerful? Luo Feng asked. The spirit of Shiwu wings explained that it was because of its origin. Origin referred to the core of all 6 pairs of wings. Based on the communication with Shiwu wings and the understanding he gained from it, its origin worked in a way similar to a car engine. And it had storage, efficiency. Its previous owner was very powerful, and much of his godly power had needed to undergo conversion by the origin before it could be stored. That was the significance of the origin's existence, and that was why this pair of wings was so powerful. I have to obtain it, but how do I do it? Luo Feng asked. Get it to recognize you as its master, Shiwu said. How do I get it to recognize me as its master? Luo Feng continued to press for answers. When a master imprints his godly power on the wings, the moment life imprints are in place, the wings will recognize its master. Shiwu said, then anxiously added, But master, I am a newborn spirit, and that pair of wings has a spirit too. Toward the end, when fusion is completed, we 2 spirits will have to attack and fight each other to the death. One will swallow the other, until finally, there is only one spirit left. Master, if there comes a time to recognize our masters, you must help me. Only you can help me, then I will be able to devour it. Luo Feng sighed to himself. It was only half a day of interaction, but the more the spirit of Shiwu wings spoke, the stronger its ability in exchanging information grew. All right, I will help you. Luo Feng nodded. Shiwu had been with him the moment it was born. On the other hand, the spirit of the pair of white wings harbored ill intentions. If he had to choose, it would obviously be better to choose Shiwu. But Shiwu, with my godly power, I am unable to get close to that pair of wings. What should I do? Luo Feng asked. Shiwu was the spirit of a true treasure. When it was first born, it would naturally be clear on its requirements for recognizing its master. Recognizing a master is difficult, said Shiwu. Because that pair of white wings has an origin within it, and that origin is its core. The spirit born within that pair of wings was actually a spirit born with the origin as its main body. For us other kinds of wings, we can recognize someone as our masters easily, but it is different for the white pair of wings. The difficulty level for it to recognize someone as its master matches that of a complete wing true treasure. What are the requirements? Luo Feng questioned further. The requirements for willpower are high, Shi Wu explained. For a sector lord, the willpower must match that of a universe knight. For an undying fighter, the willpower must match that of a universe master. For a universe knight, the willpower must match that of a universe supreme master. For a universe supreme master, the willpower must exceed that of one beyond a universe supreme master. Luo Feng was astounded. He continued to bombard Shi Wu with more questions. Beyond a universe supreme master? That really exists? Yes, I vaguely remember so from the snippets of my memories, Shi Wu said. There is a much stronger existence than the universe supreme master that master knows of. My previous master was one of them. Luo Feng took a deep breath. Really? It was indeed true. Countless great beings within Universe Ocean had speculated about this, especially the universe masters from the two holy grounds. Those universe masters were especially arrogant and regarded their universe ancestors as far superior to the ancestors of the various other universe supreme masters. They even considered their ancestors to be more powerful than Teacher Origin, who was said to be invincible. They shouted aloud that their universe ancestors were extremely powerful, that their universe ancestors were invincible. Yet no one had met those two before. However, it did not matter whether it was Teacher Origin or the other universe supreme beings. To the largely damaged miniature universe, they were all considered to be only slightly bigger. The two holy grounds that had two universes were the ones that were massive. The two holy grounds had undergone umpteen rounds of reincarnation, which had caused the other 100-plus powers to be wary of the legendary universe masters of these two holy grounds. In their hearts, they had identified with the fact that these two universe ancestors were possibly terrifying. It was just that no one had met them before. Countless eras no one had met them before. Therefore, everyone took them to be non-existent. Shi Wu Wing's previous master was a being that was more powerful than a universe supreme master. Luo Feng was stunned. Really? It turns out to be true. There really is an existence that is more powerful than a universe supreme master. Seems like the universe ancestors of the two holy grounds may have surpassed that level. Could it be for my miniature universe to achieve eternal existence, I have to surpass a universe supreme master? Luo Feng came to a conclusion. Eternity was a difficult objective to achieve. Countless miniature universes had been destroyed. Only those of the two holy grounds had managed to survive, clearly showing the difficulty level. Seems like this has implicated some of the secrets of Universe Ocean, Luo Feng thought. Luo Feng buried all these thoughts deep within him. After all, in the vast Universe Ocean, where great beings gathered in great numbers, with that modest amount of power he had, he was still far from having a pristine understanding of those secrets of Universe Ocean. Shi Wu, you mentioned recognizing someone as its master? Luo Feng could not contain his questions. The requirements are so high? Master, you are a universe knight, so your willpower must match that of a universe supreme master, Shi Wu said. I am not so sure about the other extremely powerful true treasures, but I know that it is the case for that pair of white wings. After all, they were both wings born from the same origin, so naturally, Shi Wu would understand the white wings well. What if I cannot reach that level of willpower? Luo Feng pressed. Then you cannot succeed, Shi Wu replied without hesitation. At most, you failed to get it to recognize you as its master. Your life will not be in any form of danger. Recognizing someone as its master does not have any relation to life gene level? Asked Luo Feng. Not at all, Shi Wu answered with certainty. Luo Feng's pupils contracted as he squinted. He had found the white wings suspicious earlier on. Now that Shi Wu had been born, from the various information he had acquired from Shi Wu, there was clearly no relation between recognizing a master and life gene level. Actually, thinking back to when he'd gotten Star Tower to recognize him as its owner, his life genes had not been involved at all. And the spirit of that pair of white wings had lied to him, lied by saying that a universe knight would need the willpower of a universe master. The truth was otherwise. A universe knight would require the willpower of a universe supreme master. Shi Wu, Luo Feng said. Previously, when I was interacting with that pair of white wings, Luo Feng told Shi Wu every detail about the previous conversation he had with the pair of white wings. It is lying to you, Master, it is lying to you, Shiwu said quickly. Your current willpower, Master, is not enough at all. It will be too dangerous. I suspect that it is tricking you into believing that it will recognize you as its master. It is highly possible that it wants to kill you, Master. Just one of the rays from its wings could annihilate you. I am already aware of that, Shiwu. Tell me, what should I do to get hold of it? When Master S willpower has reached an appropriate level, there are two ways. One is to imprint your godly power on that pair of wings. Once imprinted, your godly power will naturally spread to every inch of the wings. Shiwu elaborated further. The other way is to get the pair of white wings to hand over its core origin. Once its origin makes its way to Master, Master can imprint his godly power onto its origin. Then it would have to recognize you as its master. But it has to be the origin. Any other individual component would be useless. Luo Feng nodded. He understood. Just like how Star Tower recognized him as its master, it had to be Tower Pearl fusing with the soul if any other component within Star Tower, for instance, a sealed star attempted to recognize someone as its master, it would not be of any help to Star Tower at all. Master, you should wait, Shiwu continued. Wait patiently. If that pair of white wings starts to panic, then there might be a chance. So long as it gets its origin to fly out, I can clearly judge whether that is its origin or not. By then, Master can trap its origin within Star Tower. Star Tower is extremely powerful. If the origin is trapped within one of its space, it would definitely be able to escape. Master, you may as well loosen up for a long, slow wait. Go hone your willpower until your willpower reaches the threshold. Then you can obtain the origin to make it recognize you as its master. Luo Feng nodded. All right. I will wait. With the passing of time, the spirit of Shiwu grew rapidly and at a visible range. Its intelligence level was not high, but its operational speed was extremely high, so when it came to the dissemination of information, it was naturally even clearer and more lucid. Shiwu was rearranging the snippets of its memories, then combining them with the various materials gathered from the present-day universe ocean to churn out a large number of deductions. Another 3 years passed. Finally, the pair of white wings transmitted a communication wave to Luo Feng. Human, the spirit of the white wings said. Luo Feng laughed to himself. Indeed, it had come looking for him. Are you stalling for time on purpose? Began the spirit of the white wings. You know that I want to self-restore. You have unlimited life. You have come to know that this place is a good place for honing your willpower and that it is hard to come by, so you are not in any hurry, right? Right, Luo Feng replied honestly. You are very straightforward, but you are not willing to take out a single pinnacle true treasure, the spirit of the white wings said. That is very disappointing. I'm not willing to take the gamble, said Luo Feng. If I failed, wouldn't I be losing a pinnacle true treasure? A pinnacle true treasure is very important to me. I am much stronger than a pinnacle true treasure, the spirit of the white wings said. But you have yet to recognize anyone as your master, Luo Feng replied. Why should you be so insistent about my giving you a pinnacle true treasure first? If you recognize me as your master, I will own you, an extremely powerful true treasure. Naturally, I will find ways to make you even more powerful. A super great being only needs a few true treasures that suit himself. No one great being, after owning a true treasure such as yourself, would let your potential go to waste by not finding ways to boost your ability. Silence. Soon after, the spirit of the white wings retreated. Luo Feng closed his eyes and continued to train his willpower. He was in no rush at all. In the blink of an eye, another 3 years went by. The communication wave came along again. All right, I concede defeat, the spirit of the white wings admitted. Ha ha, don't worry, said Luo Feng. So long as you recognize me as your master, I will definitely find ways to restore you and allow your power to grow tremendously. You are my trump card. Wings, this process about recognizing your master, it requires your core component, doesn't it? Yes, the pair of white wings said. I am now going to release a core component. Grab it and imprint your godly power. Then I will have to recognize you as my master. I hope you won't disappoint me. I will not disappoint you, Luo Feng said. Hua! A speck of light came flying out of the edge of the pair of white wings. The very next moment, the densely gathered blade rays were sent flying away in random directions due to the impact of the collision. They were sent tens of thousands of kilometers away. At times, a random blade ray would happen to hit this speck of light right in its middle. Far away, amidst the endless blade storm, that speck of light was flying about haphazardly. Shiwu, is that the origin? Luo Feng asked quickly. No, master, said Sherwu. The origin is the source of those lights. If it flies out, then countless blade rays will be following it around as it flies. It is the true core of the endless rays. That is fake. I am sure of it. There is a blade ray concealed within it. If you try to get it to recognize you as your master, the blade will attack you right away, then master will die.